All right. We're
I'm gonna
live.
Don't leave the meeting by accident.
I know I will hit
I
God
won't.
at this time.
Yeah, I didn't know that X meant you like. Oh, and never mind, not that one. I think I meant. I don't know why I clicked the X up there before. That's why I left the meeting. All right, I'm gonna say we're live.
And then I'll
And then
follow
when
up with
Austin
ladies
comes,
and
he comes. Are you gonna blur out of existence because of your background? Because you have the blur thing on?
who? Me?
Yeah. Are you gonna blur out?
I don't know. I think I thought I turned the blur off, but maybe. Well, I usually do it because my
I
roommate.
just, I just want to make sure that we hit this.
Oh yeah, I'll shut off the virtual background and then I'll put it back on. Let me do that. Throw none on and then
Looking like a gremlin in your dorm with the lights turned off.
University tower dorm lights are off.
it's all sleep.
Oh.
It's 1 p.m.
Late night.
Dude was up till 5.
Oh.
I was up to like 2. Understandable.
I was up to like 4.
I got called out by peers. He was like, "Yeah, all these." Actually, it was Brian. He was just like, "Yeah, everyone's still in their bed." I was like, he got me." I just rolled over and turned on the Zoom.
Forgot you guys had your caps on Zoom today. Oh, I'm trying to wait like another minute or two, but also probably just join a couple minutes from now.
Oh my god.
Come on. All right, so you post this one tweet.
I really need to get on Twitter. It's like the one place I don't have anything on.
That's what I am normally on.
All right, you guys ready?
As ever.
Everybody, welcome to Across the Board episode 15. We've got a great show today. It's gonna be well, we can't say the word. We're having our picks for the NBA Finals of the NFL today.
The big man brawl bowl.
I've been informed if we actually say the real name of the big game, we will be sued for all of our earnings. So we can't have that. But we have one thing we need to open the show with this.
Oh my god.
Alex, last week, what was your bet? If the Cincinnati Bengals will win, you'll gritty on the show.
Yeah,
I think it's time. I think it's time. We want to see.
All right.
We've heard you've been practicing. We want to see it.
Just a little bit. All right, I'm gonna have to set this up a little bit. The
right,
camera's on my desk, so I'm gonna have to move it down.
Oh, in the SMC quarter zip too.
Oh, we're
the branding. We cannot hear you, but we are ready to go.
This is worth the wait, no matter what happens.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you now. We can hear you now.
All right. I don't know what's behind me. I'm not gonna know anything behind me at this point.
In the university tower dorm, Alex.
Hey! We didn't get the eyes, but
I can't lie. That was probably one of the cleanest gritties. I was expecting much worse. that was honestly a really clean gritty.
Told you I was practicing this week, man.
Well, yeah, that was great. But yes, everybody, welcome to episode 15 of Across the Board. Today we'll be putting on our picks for the big game. We'll be going over some college basketball. Some interesting things happen. Heating up towards March. We're only like a month, about like a month and a half away from March Madness.
From championships.
Month from conference championships. Yeah. We'll be talking about some NBA All-Star rosters have been named. Tons of snubs actually is what I've been seeing. That'll be interesting. Our usual 15-second update on the MLB, but actually something did happen. Talking about that. Soccer, that's all Chase and Alex, but I am excited to hear some interesting news in there, and of course our hot takes. But we got to start with the one and only. I mean, guys, everybody sees our backgrounds right now. Bengals themed. As you see, I don't know if you guys saw the Bengals. They're doing it for him right there, Harambe. They're doing it for him. Chase, Alex, explain your guys' backgrounds for the people. Well, Alex is just that's the AFC Championship right there.
Yeah, Joe's pointing to me since I nailed my pick last week.
That is very true. Chase, explain your background picture.
Well, the Bengals sunned all of the AFC, so we got their dads currently backing us.
That's awesome. But yeah, Joe Shiesty. I mean, that team. This is probably one of the best stories in the NFL, at least for me in the past couple of years. We can't really call them an underdog anymore. I mean, they come out and they play. I mean, they actually survived the coin flip. I thought that was awesome. That was a really good game. They beat the Chiefs 27-24 in OT. How'd you guys feel about that game?
Alex, you picked them.
In the words of Josh Allen to the Kansas City Chiefs, Hain.
Yeah. That was an awesome game. I gotta admit it. I really thought the Chiefs were gonna run away with it. There was a point where I think they got stopped on like the 2-yard line right before half, and they got the ball back. I think they would have gone up.
Reed.
Yeah, they would have gone up 27-10, I believe, maybe.
Yeah, 27-3 at that
27-3. Yeah.
But
well, actually, it wasn't an Andy Reid though. If you saw the play, it was a read option, kind of, I guess.
Yeah, but they decided not
to.
They decided to go away from kicking though. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, if you look at the replay, all Pat had to do is just hand it off instead of passing it to the fullback.
I'm not gonna lie. I watched the Canada-US game and just felt more pain than any Chiefs fan did. So I missed the first half, but
it was good. It was all Chiefs first half. Go ahead, Alex.
Cincinnati's just gonna feel you out in the first half of the football game. Like they're not gonna throw the kitchen sink at you in the first 10 minutes of the game like the Chiefs will. They're gonna feel you out, and then I think when they get that stop and you see Trey Hendrickson's bleeding at halftime. Like there's blood on his jersey. I knew it was over at that point. That defense got aggressive. Sam Hubbard, goat of the game. I actually thought he probably should have got the MVP for the game because he pressured. I think he had like 5 pressures or something ridiculous, 2 sacks that basically put Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City out of field goal range at the end of the game to give the Bengals the ball back. Also, shout out Eli Apple for dropping that pick so Von Bell could get it. That was so bad. How are you not like cradling it into your body? Like,
I mean, didn't you?
Like, why are you not catching like this? You're catching like with your arms open.
Yeah. I don't.
I'm not an NFL cornerback, but I mean,
I think Eli Apple's the most hated corner in the league. This
I'd
dude's
say
been
just
burnt
most
toast.
memed.
Yeah, well, he's been burnt toast his whole career. Dude goes to a Super Bowl now, and I don't know if you guys saw on Twitter, he was talking all that stuff. He said
giving out
Tyreek Hill. Well, he said Tyreek Hill was a baby. Then he called out McCole Hardman, and then he said he'll get tickets to McCole Hardman and Tyreek Hill to the Super Bowl. Yeah, I don't know what's
just to be out of the league in four years.
I can't lie though. I mean, he hasn't been really playing. He hasn't been playing bad. I mean, he made some pretty big stops there. I don't know. I don't know what's gotten into him though. He needs to be humbled. But
you notice how there's always a player behind him whenever he's in a play. It's not Eli Apple that's doing the stopping.
It looks like it's Eli Apple though.
Von Bell is usually over top of him in coverage, so
that's true.
He usually plays the slot. He doesn't play a key piece.
I will say when the last Chiefs drives where they hit the field goal, I hated how they did it once they got into field goal range because they were waiting for someone to open up in the end zone. But that whole way down the field, they just ran like quick screens or ran the ball and got like 12 yards every play. And then they just went away for it and went, go make something happen. And the Bengals said, okay, we're just going to rush 3 because we know we can beat you. It might have been 4. And then just sat everyone in coverage and everyone stayed at their zone.
It was 3 on the initial rush. And then the 4th came in. I think Sam Hubbard was like going to drop back in coverage almost and play the flat. And then he came back in and sacked Mahomes.
Yeah, he was spying him. And then he did the Mississippi rule in backyard football where it's like, I can't blitz you for 5 seconds. So I'll stand here and count as loud as I can. And then as soon as it went, just took off for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's Cincinnati's DBs. I don't know why I'm blanking on the word. There's coverage. I'm blanking on it. But Their secondary played really well. They locked it down. Chiefs couldn't really run the ball. I don't know. They couldn't. I feel like that's what they really needed to work more on. Try running the ball. Try doing something else. But I mean, when your receivers are blanketed, you got to try something else different. But one of my favorite moments was definitely the big D lineman getting that interception from Pat Mahomes.
Oh my gosh, I was hoping for a thick six.
That was the momentum change right there. That when that happened, I was like, since he's coming back. But yeah, Joe Shiesty, the Bengals, they're going on the Super Bowl. I don't think anybody
no stat shows that they're decent. No stat shows that they're like competent in like anything.
Yeah.
And they're in the Super Bowl.
They win against the storyline.
They are so good at grinding. That is it.
They win against the Super Bowl, or the storyline. Like, I can't believe it. Young team actually goes to the Super Bowl. I don't know.
No, they're going to the game of games.
Oh, whoops. Well, there goes our nickel.
They're going to the battle of the pigskin. Can we just go through these? I looked up Super Bowl alternatives, and some of these are just great.
Go for it. I want to hear your top 5.
Let's just like inject in between the games here, and I'll go through them. We got the Puppy Bowl post game show.
Oh, okay. I like that.
We got Sunday. That one kind of sucks.
Gambler's
Delight.
Oh no!
Isn't that every NFL's game? I don't know.
It's any day.
I don't think
really.
the Super Bowl is the Gambler's Delight, because you have those 2 guys that are sitting there watching to see how long the national anthem is, and then the one guy last year that won like $30,000 off it because he bet the exact time.
I still remember one of my friends was like, he was keeping up with it, and I guess there was some dude on Twitter that would sit outside the stadium from last year and listen to the rehearsal of the national anthem and time it. And he was following this guy's tweets, and he'd be like, okay, like it's going to be under this time because that's what this guy tweeted out. I don't think he ended up hitting it, but I think that's hilarious.
No, I think it's like an over-under kind of deal. I think it's like 102 under or 102 over. Who knows?
All right. We got the classic Super Duper Sunday, the Football World Series, the AFC NFC World Championship. The commercial break bowl. I personally like that one.
I like the commercial
break bowl.
But I think this might be my favorite. It's the World Concussion Championship. And this is about Super Bowl 50, but I think the Concussion Bowl Championship might be my favorite.
I'm liking the Concussion Bowl Championship.
I really like Puppy Bowl post game show. I think that one might be my favorite.
Honestly, I thought they happened at the same time. But
it's right. Actually, I think they do. Did they not? I thought they did. At least they did before.
I thought I thought the Puppy Bowl was like 3:00. I'm not gonna lie. They can't take up that much.
No one actually watches the Puppy Bowl. So.
I did. All right, don't.
I have before. I'm not saying.
Anyway, moving on. Rams 49ers. This game was interesting. Rams ended up beating the 49ers 20-17. And another one of those grinder games. Honestly, pretty boring first half in my opinion. Nothing really happened. Picked up in the second half, but the LA teams gets to play at home in the Puppy Bowl post-game show. How do you guys feel about that team? How do you feel about that game and that team?
So I agree with the first half being boring, but it's because of one stat. I think they flashed it just before halftime. The Rams had like 24 minutes of possession to the 49ers 6.
Yeah.
So they just let the clock run and really didn't do anything with it. I mean, the Niners defense was doing what they could and doing pretty much keeping them in that game for the entire time. But whatever we say cannot do justice for the probably 20-minute rant that Dr. Sherman last week went on. And
I don't even think we could air
there were not on this show, no, but there were implications of match fixing, Shanahan having money on the game, everyone needing to be fired. Just anything you can think of was just 20 minutes of just fury being unleashed upon earth.
Well, when your offense is Deebo Samuel, I'm surprised you got this far.
How is Deebo Samuel still alive? He should have been in the Concussion Bowl He should be in the Concussion Bowl championship.
First off,
never seen
the fact
one
that never drew a flag.
Yeah,
it didn't even draw a flag, which is
it was
ridiculous.
a clean hit.
It was a clean hit. It was a clean hit.
It's like I hate saying it, but Troy Aikman said it. It was a textbook hit, ladies and gentlemen.
The problem that I had is the same hit happened to OBJ later in the game, and it looked the same to me, which that drew a flag. So why didn't that one?
Because that was the play where OBJ was already on his knees and
OBJ fell to the ground. He purposely gave himself up.
I don't know. I think he was already on the ground, and
it looked like he was trying to draw a flag.
He even led with his helmet. If you look at the replay, he literally went like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Kai on this one. I think at that point he's defenseless by the fact that he's laying on the ground.
I genuinely don't know what Jimmy Ward was thinking. You could even see him just get up, and he didn't even contest the flag. Like it just seemed he wanted to hit OBJ.
Jimmy Ward, I don't even know what the secondary was doing. I felt like they were so mad at themselves that they just had to take it out on the fact that Jaquiski Tartt drops that ball and is sitting there, in the words of Trap House Sports, befuddled, laying there.
How
it was right. It? First off, what was Stafford doing? I don't know what that throw was.
He missed both receivers by at least 5 yards.
It was like a
Matthew
punt
Stafford
return.
wanted to be Jimmy Garoppolo for a minute. He wanted to make that game like dagger in the heart hit. He wanted to do it so bad. Oh, hey, look, Austin.
We have Austin Anderson.
Welcome back to the show. Returning, if he actually shows up
from his hiatus.
All right, well, right now he's just an A, but when he comes in, Austin, feel free to interject. But yeah, honestly, it looked like it literally was right there. I don't know how you dropped that. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, Rams were a while ago, we were saying that's easily the best team in the NFL. And now they're here, so I guess we're not surprised.
I mean, I'm sorry, they have the most key pieces out of every team you look at. I mean, I've never seen a team that is just able to just dominate you by just dropping both safeties in and blitzing everything. Just sending the house multiple times on San Francisco.
We have a chat. Panka Ankava said VUM today. That's it. But
nice.
Keep going, Alex.
You don't acknowledge them. Just let them drive the impressions.
Okay, well, I'm going to make sure my software is updated after this.
Factory reset the computers.
I would like to pose the question that I heard today also on the Ringer NFL podcast. Mm-hmm. Where do we think Jimmy Garoppolo should be traded to?
He's got to go somewhere where he can be average and they can deal with mediocrity. I definitely see.
Is Tampa Bay on that list?
I thought about this. Russell Wilson wants to leave Seattle. This has been known, but he's doing it in his nice guy way. He's going to go to the Bucks. And then Pete Carroll will have a quarterback who can't actually throw, so then he can actually just run the ball and lose every game and look good defensively. So Garoppolo is going to go to the Seahawks.
Why would they just swap them? This is my question. Why wouldn't they just swap them?
I don't think
Kyle Shanahan wants a quarterback who can do it all.
Maybe he gets Rodgers. Maybe in this scenario, Rodgers goes to San Francisco.
You don't draft Trey Lance. I don't see it. And Aaron Rodgers
he's only got like 2 years.
Aaron Rodgers is petty. He's not going to go to the team that passed him up.
We got to go to he's coming to the Colts. Aaron Rodgers coming to the Colts.
Maybe I was going to get to that.
If he gets a say in where he's going though and goes to the Niners, he won't be petty that he's there because he chose it. Now he will say comments and stuff that lead that way. It's just how he is. But then Jordan Love gets his guy. You give Trey Lance another year, maybe 2 with Rodgers, because he's not going to play that much longer, I would assume. So maybe you give Lance those extra years and he comes in his year 3, year 4 behind game manager Garoppolo and then Rodgers and gets to learn behind it.
See, I think there's a difference with football, though, because you already get drafted when you're 22 or 23. I think it's 2. I think a year max for a guy you draft in the top 10. I just don't see them.
But you can protect your job longer if you're Shanahan saying we still have our guy, but we're trying to win now with what we have, so we can go smooth into this.
Maybe.
They don't care about what the prospect is. They care about how long it's going to keep their job.
That's true. That is true. I've also heard Russell wants to go to New York, so the Giants are an option. He wants to go to a big market.
He is on the Yankees technically still, I think.
He said he wants to go to a big market. His list last year was Chicago and New York.
What's so big about Chicago? Does he like going 5-12 every year?
I mean, he wants to go to the Giants, who go like 3-13.
What is he doing? Does he just enjoy being on mediocre teams? Does he enjoy does he enjoy sucking? Because that's what my genuine question is.
His stats haven't been good for a while now either, though. So maybe mediocre is where he fits. His name alone is still going to carry a decent package, I'd assume.
Yeah, but is it going to bring in free agents?
I think if Russell were to go to New York, you could definitely bring some people there. New York, it doesn't matter how bad any team is in, if they're in Cali or if they're in New York. Those are two big markets, and people will always want to go there if there are stars there. It doesn't matter. It's in any sport. That's how it is. That's how it is. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying he should go to the Giants, but
there's so many better options, though. There's so many better options. I mean, my personal favorite of any team that I think should just completely take the reins off and just go at it this year is Tennessee. Why wouldn't they trade Tannehill, get rid of him, go get a real quarterback?
Because he just got the number 1 seed with him.
Yeah, but what did he do with it?
You lost to the eventual either runner-up or winner of the pigskin battle on Sunday. So
I'm not the biggest Tannehill fan, but I mean, I don't know if there's that much better out there right now. Like, I don't know. I don't think he's really played that bad to where you need to.
But has he thrown you in the driver's seat without Derrick Henry, though? That's where my question's at.
In my opinion, unless you're getting Rodgers or you're getting Henry, I don't see why you'd get rid of Tannehill. I don't think Jimmy G is better than him. I don't know. You could even
definitely argue not better than him.
I don't think you could think Russell Wilson right now is better.
I would take Tannehill over Wilson.
Yeah. So
that's not anything against Wilson. It's more
no slight against Wilson,
but Tannehill.
No, it's not at all. He was injured all year. I've got to go by. I can't go by the Russell Wilson of before. I'm going by this year. I get he was injured and all that, but I don't know.
Okay, it was a thumb on his non-dominant hand, though.
You could see it. It still affected him. The thumb affected him pretty. You could.
But it was on his non-throwing hand.
It still affected him, though. You could look at his stats. It's still he came back.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just thinking.
Or is he doing what we said Rodgers should have done all year, which was just tank, dump my trade stock, and just go get away as fast as possible.
He's in it for the long haul, the long con.
So while we're on this conversation, who are the QB? I guess QB free agents or targets this year. I mean, you got
Bridgewater.
You got Wilson.
Jameis Winston's looking to resign though.
Maybe Winston.
Jimmy G.
Watson. I'd consider Watson in there. I don't know. I mean, the front office has said they don't think he's going to play another down of football in Houston. So you can't really just leave this in limbo.
Who's going to sit there and roll dice?
He's going to settle. They're going to settle eventually. By next season, it will be settled, and he'll be on a team. So that's not really worried at this point.
What's going to happen is you're going to get the initial flack of it, and then you're still going to sell at the stadium because you have Deshaun Watson probably on a good team. It sounds terrible to say, but
at the end of the day,
he carried Houston to the best offense in the league, and he was the only one there doing anything.
Yeah.
So
with Bill O'Brien as his coach.
And here he is, possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah. Wait.
Maybe.
You guys hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see you.
The videos, there's the little buffer bar.
Okay, that's okay.
But you're here.
I am here. I got a little sidetracked with some internship stuff.
You are all good, Austin.
I say we let him lead in though, because we haven't actually previewed the Battle of the Concussion Championship.
We haven't.
So you can't say the SB word.
You can't say that.
However, you can preview the biggest Sunday of the year.
Sorry. Oh, you mean the Andrew Whitworth Bowl?
Yes, the Andrew Whitworth.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Yo, I don't know who to root for. I like Matthew Stafford.
Do you
from the
see
Lions.
our backgrounds?
Damn it! I'm sorry. I said a bad word. Whoops. I'll see if I can whip something up. But
you can gritty to make it up for us.
I don't know.
Alex
That's something that I don't want to be on the internet forever. Did I miss it?
You did miss it.
It was clean.
You're gonna have to see the VOD. You're gonna have to see the VOD.
Dang.
Oh, but Concussion Bowl. Who do we got? I mean, we gotta start. I know who I'm rooting for. I'm going Joe Shiesty.
Joe Shiesty.
Cincinnati Harambe's. As the petition is. There's a petition.
What if they renamed the team?
I mean, at this point, I don't know. There's any Bengals in Cincinnati, but there was a gorilla.
I would like to see the postseason parade if they win at the Cincinnati Zoo.
That would be
and then I would like to see them put the trophy in front of the wherever he was.
The statue.
Yeah, put it right in front.
Yeah,
or
I think
the worst would be if someone shows up in a gorilla suit. That might be bad.
Going monkey mode. All right, I think that the Rams are gonna win, but I want the Bengals to win.
So what's your pick?
But your pick is the Rams.
Yes, I just think that as much as I love Joe Shiesty, that it's just such a mismatch with the Bengals offensive line and the
Aaron Donald is gonna have.
Oh yeah, don't forget about Von Miller too,
and
Leonard Floyd and A'Shawn Robinson. Another. Okay, so here's the funny thing that I want. Everybody talks about how Matthew Stafford is in the Super Bowl now, and all the old Lions fans are so happy.
You can't
for
say
him.
that word.
The what?
The Super Bowl.
You can't say the SB word.
Say it's so.
Oh, what did I miss?
Concussion Bowl. The Concussion Bowl. You can't. We.
Sorry, the Andrew Whitworth board. The Andrew Whitworth Bowl. I'm sorry.
The pigskin battle. Anything.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's right. NBC is crazy because they do the Olympics too.
Mm.
Don't you mean the multi-sport event of the summer?
Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Are we gonna have to go through and edit the VOD? Just redacted.
It's okay. We'll take the copyright strike. It's fine.
Yeah. But a funny thing I think is that A'Shawn Robinson, who's a big part of the Rams defensive line, is also an ex-Lions player. So you got that little storyline in there too. And I just think that mismatch that they have is just. It's too much. I mean, the Rams are a better team than the Titans are, and I think they could produce similar results with the pass protection. So, as much as I want the Bengals to win, this is just I think it's probably their worst matchup.
Fair. Chase?
Alex, I know who you're going with. Your hand's not there, but we see what you're doing.
He's going to do it again. I don't care if people have said this is the worst offensive line in the NFL. He's still getting the ball out. He didn't get sacked against Kansas City. He high-stepped over Chris Jones's hand. Remember that. I would like that.
That was an insane play.
Enshrined in the Pro Bowl when he gets in there because he is high-stepping his way out of that pocket if he has to. If he does it to Aaron Donald, I don't think he wins DPOY. That's just my personal take on that. But yeah, Bengals, easy. Been rocking with them.
Fair. Chase?
I can't say it this week, but I'm going Rams. And I will not disclose any further information.
Understandable.
Fair enough.
Understandable. All right, so we got two.
No, I don't have any sources. I just want to throw that out there. There's no source.
You'll explain next week. We'll see if your theory is correct.
We got one more week of preview.
Oh, that's true. I forgot.
One more week of preview.
It's like Pro Bowl stuff this week.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, really quick, because I close off NFL pretty soon. Brian Flores recently sued the NFL for discrimination. You can read more about the story, but basically, Bill Belichick texted him thinking that he was Brian Dable, congratulating him on the Bills or on the Giants job. But this is before Flores even interviewed there, and yada yada yada. I did not see what the Giants released, Chase, but you were talking about that the other day.
So they released a statement being like, we've interviewed, I think it was 7. We interviewed 7 candidates, and the interview that Flores is talking about was the second interview actually. And here's our itinerary, and like broke it down, like what they were doing, who he was talking with, when they did it, and then said like 2 days later, we made the decision for Dayball, how Belichick got it. I don't think they said in there, but pretty much they were just like, look, we did our research. We didn't want him. It wasn't just because of the Rooney Rule.
Yeah, and he didn't disclose that it was his second interview either. Because I was actually like, he might have a case there if he hasn't even interviewed yet. But that'll probably be shut down pretty quick. Byron Leflich was supposed to be the coach of Jacksonville Jaguars. Alex, you said he doesn't get along with his GM.
I gotta look up the guy's name, but there's been a lot of pushback, and they actually hired a head coach last night.
They did.
Doug Peterson.
So they hired Doug Peterson, who everybody thought they were going to hire at first. So now Leftwich, I don't know if he leaves the Bucks.
Well, here's where the conversation went the other day when Trent Baalke, he is not a great GM, as you can tell. They hired Urban Meyer under his Trent Baalke is not looking to stick around for 2022. Well, maybe he's gone then. Oh, okay. But
highly researched we are.
Yeah, I just heard someone talking trash about Baalke on the other day on some podcast. I thought that it was fair enough to, it came from an NFL analyst. I thought it was good enough for me. Yeah. The conversation is does Bruce Arians retire now without Tom Brady? Because Arians was basically in retirement nearing retirement before Brady
came back before Brady, though.
Yeah.
He spent 1 or 2 years with Jameis?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he spent 1 or 2 years with him, but is the conversation now that does he finally step away from being the head coach, and then does it all flip over to Byron Leftwich, and now he gets his shot with this banged up roster? Oh my.
I was sorry. I had to
I'm just confused why nobody is talking about the possibility of A-Rod going to Tampa Bay. I just don't
think it's in the cards.
It's warm. I'm pretty sure they could sign A-Rod and they could sign Tay.
He's already franchised.
Devontae
is getting franchised immediately. They're not letting them both leave.
Yeah,
I think it's that like one final stick to all the stuff Rodgers has put him through. They're just like, you know what? You're not getting him too franchised.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers is not going to the Packers. That'd be the same as like KD going to the Warriors, dude. Like,
well, they've already done it with Tom Brady. Like, I feel like it's
that's way different.
They could do it.
The Bucks missed the playoffs, and then Brady went, and then everyone came there, and they won. They didn't already have it built and bring in Brady.
But no, I thought the Bucks had a very good roster. They just didn't.
They were, yes. I'm not saying they were garbage.
But then,
Brady is the reason they got all these vets.
As soon as Tom Brady got there, it turned into a Smash Bros. Trailer.
Yeah. But my question is, why would Rodgers want to stay in the NFC, where he's been beaten in how many NFC championships, or trying to get to an NFC championship?
I'm sure the Bears fan would know. Off the top of his head.
Why wouldn't he go to the AFC and go beat up on these teams that, no offense, other than the Bills and the Chiefs
and the Bengals have better quarterbacks?
But all the young guns are in the AFC.
I'm about to say
Rodgers is kind of the king of the NFC now. Unless Russ stays.
Yeah, but I mean, why not go take your shot in the AFC and go get on a loaded team there, and like the Colts, and ride them to victory?
I just don't see any major free agent coming to Indianapolis. Like, that's really my only
poverty franchise, probably.
Because nobody comes to
good run game.
Poverty game, man. I don't know. I mean, everything is set for him. It would work out if it was literally any other city but Indy. And that's not against Indy. That's just what we have seen with free agents going places.
Rodgers doesn't care about our ranking in the COVID list. I can tell you that.
That is actually, I didn't even have to consider that.
Indiana may be the worst state for that, and he's seeing it as an opportunity. And maybe he comes to Indy. He's got Pat McAfee to bring him in.
Exactly.
You know what? I'm on the Rodgers to Indy train.
Rodgers to Denver. What should have happened last year?
It should have, but
no.
Their defense is set, but I don't know if I don't know. I mean,
Their offense is garbage. Other than
I really don't
Noah
think he
Fant
wants to play
and Tim Patrick.
Mahomes twice.
yeah.
and Justin Herbert.
Yeah, why would you want to play
are,
four games of the season where you're possibly going to lose because you can't throw yourself back in those games against those teams that are going to be loaded?
And Derek Carr, guys, come on.
Hey, Derek Carr's good. I know that was kind of a joke, but like
Derek Carr's getting traded. Derek Carr's getting traded.
Is Derek Carr elite?
I still remember
Derek Carr.
Derek Carr is going.
I saw this really funny graphic on analytics Twitter where somebody made like a Kirk Cousins multiplier or what your like Herculean ranking was, and it was like all the quarterbacks in the Kirk Cousins tier, and Derek Carr was 1.3 times as good as Kirk Cousins. So I don't know where that gets you, but
he'll have a random 500-yard game.
The most interesting thing we saw with the newly named franchise, ladies and gentlemen, the Washington Commanders.
The Commanders.
They are looking to trade for Derek Carr at the moment. They're looking at that option to trade for him.
Because they watched a year of Taylor Heineke and just went, how about we just get a quarterback who can always at least be consistent?
It's
even if it's consistently bad.
It was a great story, but
he's a great story when you almost beat Brady.
He is going to be a backup in this league for a long time. I'd say.
Yeah.
He'll have the Jacoby Brissett role is where I would put him. I think he may come in and win you a few games.
They have Ryan Fitzpatrick and they have Ryan Fitzpatrick Light. Obviously, the real Fitzpatrick got hurt. So now they have the fake one who's going to go to all these teams and somehow end up at a Buffalo Bills game shirtless with a big beard taking pictures with fans. So
that'd be sweet. I actually got a picture. Fun fact, I have a picture of me and Ryan Fitzpatrick. It was really funny when he was with the Dolphins after they beat the Colts. You guys remember that?
I remember you posting this picture.
It's sad. So just a little fun fact for you there.
That's always nice. But yeah, I saw that there's the Jimmy G and Derek Carr are rumored to be traded to the Commanders or picked up in free agency wherever they go.
Now, Jimmy Garoppolo was somebody who was below Kirk Cousins on the Herculean scale. I believe he was like 7 spots.
I think we've talked way too much Jimmy G for this one show. I'm gonna be honest.
We haven't talked about enough Kirk. I love me some Kirk Cousins, man.
He's good, man. I don't know why people.
The Jim Harbaugh led Vikings.
He wants some Gruden type deal. I don't know what his deal is. Anyway, but I mean, like you have like elite guys, you know. You have like the young guns that are gonna do something, and then you got guys that are like, I'll take it. That's Kirk Cousins. Like he's not bad. He's just not like
he gets his stats.
I think he could win a Super Bowl with Kirk Cousins.
On a stacked team.
Maybe. He's become. It used to be Matt Ryan in my mind. If your quarterback was better than Matt Ryan, you could probably win the Super Bowl if you did a good enough job.
They disrespect Matty Ice, man. Only people realize how good he was.
I think it's Kirk Cousins now.
Blown a 27-3 lead.
28.
That wasn't his. That's not.
My bad.
All right, we talked way too much NFL though. We've got to move on. Does anybody else have anything else to say about NFL?
No.
The memes on the I won't say anything more, but the memes on the newest NFL head coaching hires are very funny, and you can look them up yourself.
I need to look them up. I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a pretty basic theme once you see the first one, but
can you send it to me on Twitter?
I can.
Okay, cool. All right, well, we got to move on though. We have to move on. College basketball, we're getting closer to March. We're about a month and a half away from March Madness. About a month away from conference championships. This is what I thought was funny. I was looking at scores yesterday. Last week, UCLA destroyed Arizona. Arizona came back this week and beat them by 10. Good for Arizona. Unranked Creighton beat number 17 UConn. This is my favorite question to ask everybody. I don't know if I've asked you yet. Where is University of Creighton?
Iowa.
University of Creighton is specifically located at the 9th seed every year. And they always have good 3-point shooters.
They're in Nebraska.
They're in Nebraska. Why are they in the Why are they in the Big East?
I was gonna say, aren't they in the Big East?
Yes!
They're in Omaha, Nebraska.
They're in Omaha. Why is Rutgers in the Big Ten? They're in New Jersey. Like
there's a very specific reason they're in there. It's called TV rights. That's why they're in there. They said we
they-
can give you lots of money to
They
air
sucked.
games, and they said we will lose every single game in every sport we play.
We will give
Rutgers
everyone a
say we're
free
in the
win
Big
in the
Ten.
Big Ten.
Rutgers being in the Big Ten makes more sense because you have Maryland. I'm sorry, but a team from Nebraska being in the Big East makes absolutely zero sense to me. Zero.
East, I thought you said Weast.
You're hilarious. Auburn's on an 18-game winning streak. They are still rolling. Jabari Smith is shooting up the draft boards. I mean, he's already been number one for
I
a
was
while.
gonna say,
he's becoming
kind of.
He's been number one for like a couple weeks now, but I feel like he's becoming more like it's becoming more and more solidified that this guy he's gonna be the guy. But yeah, I mean, it's heating up. I'm excited for March Madness. I don't know if you guys have anything else to add for college basketball.
I have my personal league to rip on this week. Big 12 fraud watch.
Oh,
my
Oh
God,
God,
saw
are we
that.
being
Oh my
mean to the Big 12
God.
again?
Listen,
Yeah,
it's
we're memeing
Kansas.
them
It's
again.
different. We were being mean to
Kansas and
Oklahoma
Baylor
lost
specifically during
both.
football season.
They both lost, guys. They both lost. And
Leave the
Kansas got
Big
made look
12 alone.
stupid.
Leave the
Stupid.
big. Kansas always loses in the right. I don't know how to explain them.
Their
They're
team
just
is not
Kansas.
good. They were overhyped. That's all I have to say about that. They
Well,
actually
Kansas,
played,
they're always going to be ranked high.
but
You know-
Baylor was
Wow.
kind of a punch in a slap in the mouth. They got
Yeah.
The only
Oh, well.
things I wanted to say on college basketball is Walker Kessler of Auburn is averaging 4 blocks a
Oh
game.
my God, he's so
And-
good. He
and
is so good.
Walker Kessler paired with Jabari Smith is just ridiculous.
Walker Kessler. If you could get a heat map of the floor for Walker Kessler, that man does not
It's in
leave
the
paint.
paint. What I was gonna say, it's just
Yeah.
the
All he
paint,
does-
maybe like the 15.
All Jabari Smith does, catch it, pick and roll, throw it up, and then there's Kessler to dunk it at 7-3.
But the other thing on that is I still can't say his last name, but Mr. Oral Roberts himself, Max, how do you say it? Abe Smith?
Yeah,
Isthmus.
I don't know.
I think it's just Asmus or something.
It's-
Asmus?
It doesn't look how it, or it sounds different than what it looks, but he is still second in the country in points per game. So if they are in the tournament,
I saw the guy who was in first. I don't remember the name of the
And-
college, though, but
Antonio Davis or Antoine Davis, something like that.
oh, never mind. I was looking at the NCAA just in general. He was some D3 guy.
I have it pulled up. It's Antoine Davis, but this is D1.
No, yeah, I'm talking about. I think it was he was leading the NCAA in scoring.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
think it was kind of considering him.
Shout out Detroit Mercy Titans, Antoine Davis.
That dude. Hey, when I worked IUPUI games freshman year. No, he's a junior this year, right? I
Mhm.
think. Yeah,
He's
so
a
I was, it
senior,
was my-
actually.
Oh, okay, never mind. It was my freshman year. That dude cooked IUPUI. Like,
Well,
he
he's
dropped
cooking
35.
the country because he's
Well,
averaging 24, and that's
he's
the only
good.
reason I'm bringing this up is
And
because
Detroit
he's on
Mercy like
Detroit Mercy.
number one in the Horizon League right now? or
Not even
something?
close. They're like
No,
8
no,
and 10.
no. It's always like Wright State or like
Wright State's actually 500. right now.
Western.
Well,
is it
do
Northern
you know?
Kentucky.
I've been waiting to talk about this. Do you know who is number one in the Horizon League for women's basketball?
IUPUI.
IUPUI.
IUPUI, baby. They're on a
Casey
9-game win
Williams.
streak. They're on a 9-game win streak, and they're currently ranked 10th in the country for mid-major
Yo,
programs.
when are we gonna get one of those players on the show?
We should.
Yeah, we should.
I don't
We
have any
should.
connections.
I do. You guys
Wait.
don't remember what's her name? Aaliyah Woodall?
You don't remember
No.
what's her name?
I will say, at the
She was
beginning
in
of the
one of my
year,
classes.
IUPUI
Don't
had to
remember what's her
had to
name.
forfeit 2 games, and they have 3 losses.
They've only really lost one
Yeah.
game.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's my point. They've
Yeah.
And that
had
was
to
to
cancel
Michigan.
twice
That was to Michigan in overtime.
in
I think.
overtime.
Yeah.
Tournament run? Question mark.
I
They
can't
also
wait
lost
for
to Ball
March.
State, but it was a little different.
Fluke game.
One off.
I
We,
had
we
one
got
more
some
thing I want to talk
sharpshooters
about.
on there.
Oh,
Our girls
Oh.
got some sharpshooters.
there's a Amani Bates like hate club starting on Twitter. Like everybody hates Amani Bates now. They're all saying he actually sucks, and the excuse of him being 17 isn't a good excuse anymore. I just thought that was interesting.
I don't know. I feel like
Twitter
that
moment.
he still should be in high school, but whatever.
Yeah, he's 17 playing college.
23
basketball.
year-olds.
These numbers are rough.
I'm
might
not
have-
saying
might
they're
have a
pretty.
point.
But
Well,
I
I was
Yeah.
I won't lie. I was watching some of the highlights this dude was bringing up, and I'm pretty sure he picked the worst ones, but he looked horrendous out there. I cannot lie. They're like,
I'm not
this is
gonna
the
lie.
next
It doesn't
KD?
help who his coaches.
Penny.
Who's? Oh yeah.
Also, just so we can put this up, Oakland and Cleveland State are currently top.
Oh. All right, good Horizon League action.
And
all right, anybody else?
IUPUI, they're playing games.
They're playing games.
We beat East West, guys. I went to the game. It was fantastic. I'm also
Sounds like
watching a
This sounds like some
Division
generic
3
team. What?
Division 3 Dame Lillard almost beat us.
Hold
He
on.
literally
hold on.
looked
Before
exact- he looked exactly
before
like Dame
you
Lillard.
before you find their athletics department page, when you look it up, you actually see that someone got stabbed on their campus before it actually brings up their
Also,
athletic
they have an
program.
11% graduation rate. So
What?
But we beat them in basketball, in men's college basketball.
Hell yeah, baby.
We are 1-0.
All right. Anything else to add for college basketball before we move on?
Vapaj Murhut says Vor Red.
Nice. And Gonzaga beat Portland 100-73. Yeah, wow.
Oh, chat.
Going to NBA. All-Star weekend's this weekend, right? Or next
Oh.
weekend?
Next.
Next?
I
Why would it
swear
be
it's next.
I thought it was 2. I
It
thought
wouldn't be
was
the
2
same
way-
weekend as the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, that'd
Oh,
be
so this
dumb.
week.
That's what I'm saying.
Sorry. Yeah, 2 weeks. It's like
Um,
it's not like the very last weekend, but it's like that third week in February.
Also, I was today years old when I learned that NHL, NBA, and NFL all have their All-Star weekends on the same weekend.
Yeah.
So
Huh.
I didn't know if that was
Nice.
just a this year thing, but that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, All-Star rosters were named. Tons of snubs. I don't know. Did you guys want me to read off the roster? Do we
I
know
want
the
to take.
roster?
I
We
do
went
want
over
to
it
take.
last
I want
week.
to. I want
Okay.
to take. I want to take one moment to just hollow. Then
reserves.
hollow the. I thought the reserves got released this week.
That's what I thought. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry,
Yeah.
Austin. Go ahead.
Well, we went
I
over the
wanna-
starters.
Can we take
Yeah.
some time to hollow the name of, and we can say this for the rest of his career, All-Star starter Andrew Wiggins.
Yes.
Yes. Dub Nation, baby. This
I
is
saw
such a
some-
psyop, bro. I swear to God.
The Minnesota
Cat-
Timberwolves
Yeah.
had 3 All-Stars on their team,
That's
and
crazy.
they
Deservedly.
3 really good All-Stars.
500.
Wait, who's the third? D'Angelo
It was
Russell?
Levine,
Edwards.
Wiggins, and Cat. No. Like I mean, at one time, not this.
Oh,
Oh.
I was gonna say.
yeah, at one time. No. Ant did get snubbed. They only have. Do they even have one? Yeah, they just have one.
He didn't get snubbed. It's just the fact that there's so many good guards in the West.
That's
Right.
very true.
It's
And he's
not-
on
it's
20.
not
Who's
on-
more fun to watch?
Oh, it's
He's a
Ant.
better-
He's
Because
my
I want to
favorite
watch
player in the
him
entire
poster
league.
someone like what guy did he poster?
He just
so
skips
bad?
back on defense. Like if you watch him, he will like skip back on defense after like his teammate does a good play because he's just excited.
He might be the funniest player in the NBA now.
I don't even think it's debatable.
Yeah.
I love him. I'm going to get a jersey of him.
Dude's a monster. I'm eating my words on him when I thought he shouldn't have been the number 1 pick. I still love LaMelo, but he's not a bad number 1 pick. He's a solid guard.
Yeah.
Cat making his first All-Star game is a really cool moment though. Stuck
This
it
is his
out.
first?
This is his first.
I feel like he should be like a 5-time
Really?
All-Star at this point.
How many All NBAs does he have?
Probably none. Maybe one.
None? Really?
Nah, Karl Anthony Towns is a problem.
Huh.
Hey, he
Okay.
gets stats, but he's won 20 games.
Hey,
like,
when he
every
goes
season.
to another team and he ends up being like the 1B option, just wait.
It's gonna be
He
nuts.
is. He's on that now. Give Ant time. Cat's gonna blow up the
Do you think
league.
he sticks with Minnesota though?
At this
Probably.
point, they're building something now. He seems to be happier now. So
Yeah.
he's
God.
got D'Lo there.
I hate the like NBA how it feels like Karl Anthony Towns has been around forever and he's only
And he's like
26.
26. It's because these guys get drafted when they're 18. He's
Yeah.
been in the league for 8 years. He has
Yeah.
been around for a long time.
That's crazy to me.
Like I don't know.
Let me check.
Let me
the
do
I
math.
mean-
Let me do math. I'm 21. 8 years. I would have been what, 13? I was
Yeah.
13 when Cat got drafted.
He was
That's
drafted in
nuts to me.
2016.
2016?
So you would be 15.
Oh, I was 15. I was 15
Yeah.
when Cat got drafted.
And then you didn't hear about him for 3 years until Jimmy Butler was there.
I used
No,
him in
we all
2K.
Chase. Do not disrespect him like that. Okay.
Dude was a
Okay, you
post
knew
monster.
of him.
He was a monster. All right.
I never
Always
said he
has
was
been,
bad.
always
I
will
just
be.
said he's one. Well, aside from this year and the year Jimmy Butler's there, they maybe average 20 wins.
I'm gonna look up the All-Star reserves real quick because I don't think we didn't talk about them.
I do know KD is sitting. I saw Draymond is sitting.
I saw Garland was selected. Okay, here we go. You guys want me to just run it through real quick?
Yeah, just run through them.
All right, starters on the West: Giannis, Steph, DeMar. Wait, hold on. Sorry, not the West. Not the West. Sorry. It's Team LeBron, Team Durant. I was a couple years back. Starters on team. I don't even know. I'm just gonna say it. Giannis, Steph, DeMar, Joel, Jokic, Ja, Andrew Wiggins, and Trae Young. Those are your starters. Reserves: Devin Booker, Jimmy Butler, Luka, Darius, Rudy, Draymond, James Harden, Zach LaVine, Chris Middleton, Donovan Mitchell, Chris Paul, Jason Tatum, Karl Anthony Towns, Fred VanVleet.
Is Fred VanVleet doing well this year?
Yes, he is on a fire streak.
Well, that's his team this year.
Yeah, and he's also led them above expectations. I personally would give it to VanVleet over Trae Young, but I'm also a Trae Young hater. So, I'm classified as one.
He's kind of saucing out this year.
What is he averaging? What is he averaging? At least 23, 24?
23.
None of that matters. His box plus minus is 4.5, which I believe is higher than Trae Young. So
no.
And his team is doing better, and they're not going to tank back into the top.
How
10
are
the
Raptors?
For Trae Young.
I don't know.
They're 500. They're
500.
probably 6 seed.
Yeah, they're hovering.
Off the top of my head, it's like anywhere from like 4 to 6. I can check it right here. Oh, they're actually LeBron, 7, but
LeBron and Durant, obviously the captains, but
yeah,
they're a 7 seed, but they're 3 games back from the 3 seed because the
Devin
East
Booker
is just
on the bench
because he's not that good.
Who's on the bench?
Devin Booker. Isn't he been on fire this year?
Chris Paul's still the leader of that team. And
I would put Chris Paul as a starter. I mean, like, obviously Andrew Wiggins should not be a starter.
Hey, the Fords got off to a slow start in the West, and he played well the whole year. He gets it. If they want to complain, they should have played better.
Oh man, Andrew Wiggins is a starter.
All-star starter. All-star starter Andrew Wiggins. You mean?
I like Darius Garland in there. The biggest snubs I saw: Jaylen Brown, Jared Allen.
On a middling Celtics team.
I'm not. I was just saying. I don't know. Jared Allen.
He's a center. They don't get love. I'm gonna shoot down all these as you give them.
DeJounte Murray.
I thought he did get it. I'm not gonna lie.
He's averaging. I'm pretty sure he's averaging 4 steals. I don't know. Maybe
DeJounte is.
He's going nuts this year.
He is leading the
quite well.
Spurs.
His team's just irrelevant. It's not, and he's in the West where there's just a ton of guards. This one's not really a snub, but it was more of like not even a surprise, just a wow, this happened. Anthony Davis, because he's just been injured all
Street
year.
Clothes, yeah.
Street Clothes Davis.
I had the whole list pulled up earlier, like the All-Star reserve or the All-Star snub list. But anyway,
did Sabonis? He kind of got.
He didn't get snubbed. I would not give anyone on that team any sort of shot of making an all-star team.
But he's real good.
He is good, but you're 19 and 34.
Yeah. LaMelo.
And eventually you're going to catch up to the Pistons and Magic the way Cade Cunningham is playing.
Bam. Ants on here. De'Aaron Fox.
Shouldn't have made it at all. I hate the snub conversation. I've always hated it. I'll never enjoy it.
I love Chase just ripping Kentucky players a new one today. I appreciate it.
I like De'Aaron Fox, but he's kind of overrated.
He is. I'm sorry.
He's a ball handler. That's all he's good at. He was never good at shooting. His whole job at Kentucky was to move the ball. That was it.
I like him a lot, but I mean, he's not been able to win anything with the Kings. And I get it's the Kings, but
I'm about to say that's not his fault. But it still should be if you're considered a top guard, your team needs to be better.
You're getting a max.
You know how long the Warriors were bad for before they got Steph Curry? Same thing with Portland.
Forever.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's on De'Aaron Fox, but he can't be the best available player every year if no one's going to trade for him.
Exactly.
So
next thing,
do the Kings want to give him up though?
Mm-hmm. They want to build around Halliburton.
Yeah. Did we have this conversation? Was this just between me
and
you, Chase? We talked about this last week.
We've had it many times.
That's what I thought. Okay. Anyway, also Kawhi is most likely out for the season. I don't know if anybody saw that.
That's been all but confirmed since he got the surgery.
Well, it was I think it was today. where Ty Lue came out and actually said it. Right? Ty Lue's the coach.
Mr. October himself, Reggie Jackson, though, what a game from him last night. Hitting daggers on the Lakers.
Reggie Jackson.
Getting called Mr. October by LeBron on Twitter, which was just funny.
I love the parody LeBron tweets where it's all caps, tons of
all
emojis,
the caps and the emojis,
and then the hashtags.
Hashtag kid from Akron.
Just a kid from Akron.
Man, what? Y'all thought I was done? I'm aging like fine wine. 5 laughing.
Hashtag lay GMs thrown in there.
Anything else for NBA before we move on?
I want to
All-star starter Andrew Wiggins.
All-star starter Andrew Wiggins. And I did just want to say that the after the big slump that the Warriors appeared to be in January, they have won, I believe, 6 straight games, 8 in a row.
I was just looking at the standings. It is indeed 8.
8 in a row. So
they're back within 2 games of the 1 seed.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be sweet.
And more surprising, the Grizzlies are pulling away as the 3 seed.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I think Ja Morant has been like on that.
He's one of the best leaders in the NBA.
Yeah. I would say he's been on like back when Damian Lillard was good. Like that's kind of what these good, like that's the level he's on right now, you know.
How could we miss it? On 2/22/2022.
That was crazy.
Desmond Bane shot 20, got 2, what was it? Got 2 points.
All of his shots
22%, 2 blocks, 2 steals, 2 turnovers. And
he
wears 22.
Or no?
No, he's the shredded dude from TCU on the Grizzlies. Who looks like a basic 2K my player.
Who's the young guy who's like a solid second round?
Was it PJ Washington?
No. Like this guy has like 4 or like 5 kids and he's only like
I don't pay attention to the hereditary record of NBA players.
I do because I'm on NBA Twitter. That's why.
But that whole stat line I think is the reason why all Redditors deserve jail time. Like go outside.
Oh, outside.
Touch some grass.
No,
you can imagine the dude who posted that on the NBA subreddit probably got so much karma and awards for that. He's like, thanks for the gold, kind stranger.
I'm a lurking Reddit user.
Last thing on NBA Reddit, just the best post in history. I'm pretty sure it's the #1 upvoted post. Is the guy that did an analysis on how James Harden plays. Depending on the ranking of the strip club in the city that he's and he plays worse the better the strip clubs are. And he had a whole like graph.
Is it statistically significant though? Did he
Yes. He did it like over his career.
Value? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he broke it. It was, the post is huge, but like he backed it all up. It was great.
He broke it down. Are we got anything else in NBA? You gotta move on. Nothing. All right. Really quick on MLB, unless anybody else has anything to add. Just today, the MLB is reaching out to a federal mediator to help end the lockout.
Shout out Jay Jones telling us that means he's going to talk to the MLB and then take what they want and bring it to the players. Just a little law breakdown.
Oh yeah. I remember. I forget if the mediator is the one that actually. No. I think the arbitrator is the only one that can actually like.
He's the one who says this is what we're doing.
This is what's going to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. So they'll probably end up going to that. Also, I think the MLB is one of the only sports that commonly uses an arbitrator for like contract talks between teams.
Because when you're talking about a salary cap every offseason, eventually you're just gonna be like, look, we need to make money somehow. Here's the line drawn.
So that'll be interesting.
The MLBPA has to agree to it though. Like they have to agree to an arbitrator being used. So
we'll see what happens. I mean, it'll be interesting. Last thing, soccer before hot takes. Do we want to talk about the Greenwood situation? 2, did we already talk about it last week?
No, but
we danced around it.
Okay. I'm gonna give my opinion on it. In everything that is good and right in soccer, Mason Greenwood should never play again. I'm just gonna say that. No matter how good of a talent he is, what he's done is completely wrong. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot of indisputable evidence that is gonna come out against him. And he's probably gonna end up in jail for 6 months. And then gonna come back out because they don't usually. That's usually just like a slap on the wrist kind of situation. So
Soccer's different with it though. Any team he goes to will see significant decrease in any revenue generated off of that. Because when soccer fans actually say, we are for this, they actually band together and do it.
Yes.
And if he was to go to, no top club will sign him off the backlash alone, unless he went to anywhere. He's not playing in England again. No team in England is going to touch him. They're not going to be floated with him.
My guess is he'll go to like Portugal or somewhere, well, or he'll go die out in Saudi Arabia. I mean,
for those who don't know what happened with Mason Greenwood, to make it as PC as possible, out of almost nowhere, his ex-girlfriend released evidence, being pictures, videos, and
recordings.
And recordings, and many of all of them of sexual assault and rape allegations, which you can almost not even call allegations with what she released.
Yeah,
but
have we seen a? Oh, go ahead. I don't know if
he was not immediately, but within like 12 hours was brought into custody in Manchester. Has since been released on bail. Which obviously there's nothing they can do about that, but he's already been suspended from Manchester United. I doubt the English national team is ever going to consider him. Yeah,
no. He's on a he's going to be on a blacklist now.
He is blacklisted from many places off of this. And we have seen stuff like this. Actually, recently was I don't want to say the wrong one, but Ben Mendy from Man City.
With the level of talent that I just want to see if like there's never been anybody this young, this like he was supposed to be like a superstar, right?
Not that comes to my head. Not off the top of my head, I can think of.
I'm just trying to see what a realistic path for his future would be.
And you sit here and you look at the monetary value of what he is at the point, and it's not like he's seriously sitting in a spot where if this happens, it's not like it's not going to be a punch in the gut for United. I mean, he's not on a super big wage because he's a homegrown. He's been in their academy for so many years and then got brought up to the first team. So, I mean, I think this is just something that Man United's going to eat and then let him go, and he'll go finish out his career probably in Turkey.
To put it
in
perspective, he is 20 years old currently, and he's already worth $55 million, which is, if he was to ever leave, it'd be much higher.
Yeah, he'd probably be floating the $70 million range.
This is also euros, so it's even higher in dollars.
Yeah.
This is just off Transfermarkt, which is normally a pretty good source to look at.
Yeah.
But his contract runs until 2025, so I'm assuming it's going to get terminated, or they just have him on books, but he will not be playing for them again, I'd feel.
Yeah.
But in much lighter spirits, we can talk about AFCON.
Yeah.
The AFCON final is set. The Liverpool Bowl is going to be played on.
Oh my gosh.
On Sunday. Senegal and Egypt.
Oh.
So Mo Salah led Egypt in their. I don't even know if I can call it lead. That was okay. So they went to a penalty shootout, and it might be the worst penalty shootout you've ever seen in your life. Bad. The final score of their penalty shootout was 3-1.
Oh, wow.
You get 5 penalty shots no matter what happens. Yep. So it was an interesting shootout, but it finished 0-0, and the game was pretty much dudes like trying to just slide into each other from behind the entire time, and it was very fun and entertaining to watch. But they will be playing Senegal and Sadio Mane, who actually pretty much tripled what they scored the whole time. Up until the quarterfinal, they scored like 3 or 4 goals all tournament. In the past 2 games, they have 6.
Yeah.
So they've opened up here a little bit, but Senegal, who I just want to say I picked to win AFCON because in my Football Manager save, they got 3rd in the World Cup. So I'm just throwing that out there.
Chase is using FM. Chase is using FM for picks now.
Brazil won it. Shout out.
You're like
But no, Senegal, Egypt, and obviously more entertaining, Burkina Faso going to play for third place.
Oh my goodness.
But the leading scorer, Vincent Abuba, how do you say Abubakar, I think?
Abubakar.
Yeah, he is their leading scorer. And actually, the top 2 scorers in the tournament here, I pulled it up, is Carl Toko Akabi. He is also on Cameroon. So they have the top 2 goal scorers. And they also dominate assists. But the red card situation.
I want to see who has the most red cards and how many.
Just check the round of 16. Every game but 2 got them. So
that's wild.
That's a lot of paperwork.
Aside from that, for soccer stuff, Champions League starts up in 2 weeks, I want to say.
The United States is currently
I was just going to
still
avoid
sitting
that.
in second. Still sitting in second.
Avoid it.
USA lost Canada.
Lost Canada. Just
beat Honduras.
Beat Honduras.
It was pretty much
negative 2 degrees.
Which we had shirtless fans there, which wow. But the Canada game gets blown out of proportion because it's 2-0. It was 1. They scored when the US had everybody thrown up at the ball trying to snag an equalizer, and they just hit them on break. Obviously, it's the risky run with it, and it is what it is. But
yeah, it's whatever.
That Mexico USA game is looking to be ever crucial.
Scary.
I don't know where it's played, but
in Mexico.
Is it? Yeah, I figured it was. That's gonna be maybe the biggest game since the US goal where
the final
Donovan scored.
No, I think it's going to be bigger than the final that was this year where the US beat them, because we've beat them 3 times in a row now. So
when is that game going to be?
March 24th.
Late March.
Oh wow,
March 24th.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Well, anything else with soccer?
Couple. Of course, we have to bring up Kai's personal favorite, Dele Alli, is now on loan to Everton.
It was a loan?
It was permanent. It's no initial fee.
I thought it was a loan to buy.
It's an obligated one. Like he's on Everton. If it is a loan, I thought I was just a permanent, but it's a free transfer with like after 20 games or something, they pay 12 million, and then there's so many bonuses and stuff that go in that Everton can pay up to like 40 million for him. If like all of the stuff hits, which some of it's ridiculous, that will never happen. But
so I'm just going to recap some of the big ones. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Arsenal on a free, which almost did not happen. The paperwork almost fell apart as he was spotted in Barcelona on vacation. That's what he said, vacation to Arsenal, and then ends up leaving. Rodrigo Bentancur to chases Tottenham from Juventus for 21 million. Julian Alvarez, another Argentinian prodigy, has somehow ended up at Manchester City for 20 million. And then a couple loans, Kulusevski.
Who is an obligated buy.
Yeah.
Donny
van de Beek has finally left the Manchester United squad after never playing to go to Everton. And we talked about Luis Diaz. Bruno Gimmerash, which this was a big one, has ended up at Newcastle from Lyon. He was touted to be an Arsenal, like, huge signing. Like, Arsenal were going to throw it all at Lyon and didn't.
He's a defensive midfielder from Brazil. I think he's Brazilian, but
he's Brazilian.
Yeah. He's been on Lyon and like dominated the French league for like midfield stats for a couple of years now.
He's a maestro, so he's going to be good. And then the biggest one, the most expensive one, was Dusan Vlahovic to Juventus from Fiorentina for $84.5 million in US. So Chase just missed out by that much.
Oh, as soon as I saw other teams, there was no shot. They were offering like 45 and Fiorentina was like 80 million. I was like, oh yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, and you knew Juventus was going to throw that money around like it was nobody's business.
Connected FC. That's the Tottenham way.
Connected
Interested
FC.
in FC.
So other than that, that's about it.
Nice. All right. Well, is it hot takes time?
Well, okay. If we're going to hot takes, can I do something really quick?
Go for it.
Of course, Austin.
All right.
Oh no.
Oh, what is he doing?
You guys,
Meet Google Fi.
you guys aren't hearing this right now.
Is Austin about to hit it? He's gone though. He forgot to turn off his background.
He disappeared into the void.
The gritty void.
Who called it? Huh? Me. I looked right into this camera and I said that the Bengals are going to the Super Bowl.
Who day?
You know who's in the Super Bowl?
Who day?
Bengals.
Who day?
The Andrew Whitworth Bowl.
Before we actually get copyrighted, though, that should probably be turned off.
Is this the greatest hot take? I think this is the best hot take hit we've had.
When did you call that?
He called it in the wild card.
Yeah, he called it a long time ago.
It was three.
That was his hot take for the wild card.
Yeah. So can we just say that I think I had the best hot take hit of all time?
Yeah. Right.
What's better? That's all I'm saying.
With the distance called out, the only thing that can beat it is Kenny Pickett being the first quarterback off the board. That's the only thing that can beat you.
Right now, he's kind of in the mix.
Now Malik Willis. People are gonna love.
But I feel like even then, even if he does get picked, this quarterback class is so mid.
We don't need this. We don't need this.
Anyway, hot takes time. I won't lie. This week's kind of hard because it's all All-Star break stuff. So my hot take is this dunk contest is going to be mid.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. The lineup for it's awful.
I don't even know who's in the lineup. That's why I know
it's so bad. It's so bad.
That's not even a hot take. That's just a guarantee.
Obi Toppin. And who's the other one?
That was good.
I think Toppin's gonna win. Who was the other one? It was.
You telling me you couldn't get anybody else besides Kyle Anderson to be in your dunk contest?
Jalen Green, Obi Toppin, Cole Anthony, Jalen Toscano Anderson.
Toscano Anderson from the Warriors.
Hold on. I didn't know Jalen Green was in it. Hold on. I don't know. It's still gonna be mid, but I'm actually a little more excited.
He's gonna win it just to say I could have gone first with this talent, and then,
Is the
rest of the season?
Is a 3-point contest? Has it been announced yet?
I don't even know. Last time I watched one of them. I'm gonna be honest.
The 3-point contest is a lot of fun.
Okay, hold on.
Who was participating in the slam dunk, 3-point, and skills challenge? Okay, 3 points not been decided or reported yet, along with the skills challenge.
Oh wait, they haven't been.
They're not up yet.
Dang, I was gonna pick like one for every.
My hot take is going to be that maybe if he doesn't do it, this might not apply, but a non-Steph Curry person will win the 3-point contest. So there's my hot take.
The perfect 3-point contest lineup for the season, according to this guy: Steph Curry, Seth Curry, Jonas Valanciunas.
You're kidding.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Klay Thompson, Cat, and Russell Westbrook.
Just throwing it so everybody can laugh.
No, bro, that's like the joke where people are like, yeah, I want for the multi-sport summer games, there should be a normal person who does the events too, so you can see how much better they are or worse they are than the Olympians. That's like putting Westbrook in the 3-point contest.
I'm still taking Iguodala.
I'm still
Thanks, Max.
All right, so we have somebody not Steph Curry will win. Dunk contest will be mid. Chase, Alex, what do you guys have?
Okay, we need to set some parameters. What do you mean by mid? Like, it's gonna be.
Never mind. Jalen Green will win the dunk contest. How about that?
All right.
I'm currently looking up the multi-sport for the winter. I want to see what's coming up.
I have mine. I have mine. Mine's on the puppy bowl. No, it's not. The Pacers are going to trade at least 2 of their players. The only reason I say it is because they signed Lance Stevenson. They got to sell those $1 tickets somehow. And I think they're just gonna be like, we have Lance. Don't worry about Sabonis and LeVert going out. Just watch Lance. And it's that kind of thing. But
Hey,
I'm gonna say 2.
If they actually blow it up, I will buy a whole row of tickets if they're still $1. I'll spend $12 on some tickets.
I will. So
Just buy out the section.
I'll just buy out the section.
Watch
you
out,
in the
section
bros?
232 across the board.
Be across the board.
Us and our Russian bots.
we're gonna be heckling them. There's gonna be a live stream of us heckling them.
Okay, Alex, what's your pick?
I don't know. This is such a bad week for sports, but
We
why
gotta
not?
pick something. We gotta head out.
I'm taking the absolute hottest take I can find. I got IU going and beating Illinois. Or beating Illinois.
Haven't they been playing pretty well?
The
They've been playing
ESPN matchup predictor has Illinois at 53.5%. So you know what? I usually hate on IU because I'm a Kentucky fan, but you know what? I'm gonna ride them, and I know they're gonna. If Mike Woodson's not wearing a suit, the pick is off. If he is wearing something else, it is off. That's all I have to say.
Hey,
You don't-
hold on. The All-Star game is not until February 20th.
Yeah, I said the 3rd week of February.
I told you all. I thought it was past the Super
Oh.
Bowl.
Oh,
It's
My
always
bad.
the second to last week. Or
Oh,
the last week.
okay. Hold on. Before we end, I will actually give a real hot take. Then let's just do college basketball.
Oh my lord.
There's nothing this week.
You don't
in
want to
college
pick the Pro
basketball.
Bowl?
I don't care about the Pro Bowl. The Pro Bowl has to be like the worst All-Star.
You don't
if-
care about the
event.
dunk contest unless Aaron Gordon's in it, so they shouldn't.
All right.
Never will be again.
Hot take here.
Shouldn't be.
I don't even know what the record is. They suck. DePaul's gonna beat number 21 Xavier. Book
That
it.
should be a good game, actually.
Book it. All right, guys. We do have to head off.
I knew
though.
nobody had the stones, the cojones to say IPY men's will win a game. I knew nobody would
We
say
have
it.
too
I
much
also-
brain power. for
Actually,
that.
I'm gonna throw one on. I'm gonna throw one on there. BYU beats Gonzaga. Why not?
It's never gonna happen.
Those Mormons, they
That-
do know how to get down.
Hey, I can't lie. I watched the BYU game this year. Them dudes are hoopers. They're hoopers.
Hey, all you're gonna hear the whole game. Frick you!
Frick
the whole
you.
game.
Wow, bro.
Nah.
Gonzaga's not
All
gonna
right,
be ready
well,
for it.
That's gonna conclude our episode for today or for this week. We'll see you all
The
next
show
week.
is for Harambe.
It was for Harambe. They're doing it for him.
This is
We'll be
for the
back next
gritty.
Yeah, we'll be back next week to recap the Pro Bowl. All right, guys. Thanks for